What's good, everybody? I'm BPC and welcome to Competitive Origins MMA. Well, in a previous video, I talked a little bit about George St-Pierre and how he's currently in the middle of a Rocky style-like training for his potential matchup against Khabib Nurmagomedov. Now, we all know that this is not the plan that the UFC wants currently, but this is the plan obviously that GSP wants and that Khabib wants, so we're going to see how it all turns out. But at the moment, Khabib Nurmagomedov is retired. At UFC 254, he faced off against Justin Gaethje in November, and it took just 2 rounds for him to get the submission victory over the highlight. Well, as we all know, Khabib Nurmagomedov, the Eagle, is still in the USADA testing pool. See, we know this because he posted it on social media, but he still continues to reiterate that he is retired. Now, what's odd to me is that why would you stay in the testing pool if you're retired? There must be a reason behind this. Now, could it be that Dana White's just saying, you know what, stay in the testing pool until we strip you of the belt? Please, I beg you. We're not quite sure yet, but there has to be a reason why he'd put himself, through all the drama and necessary that's required to stay in the USADA testing pool. As we all know, you have to constantly report where you're traveling to, and you have to be available to give that specimen when they need it from you. So if he's retired, I would doubt he'd want to continue to go through this, but as it stands now, he is still in the pool. Now, Dana White met with Khabib Nurmagomedov during the week of UFC 257 back in September. And following that meeting, Dana actually came on TV and hinted that Khabib would be interested in returning to the octagon if he were impressed with the results of UFC 257 in the main event between Dustin the Diamond Poirier against the notorious Conor McGregor, or the co-main event between Michael Iron Chandler and Dan the Hangman Hooker. Well, Dan the Hangman Hooker was knocked out by Michael Iron Chandler in just 1 round. And then you have Dustin the Diamond Poirier, who scored a TKO victory against Conor McGregor in the 2nd round. Well, following UFC 257, Khabib sent a text to Dana White basically stating, "Be honest with yourself, I'm so many levels above these guys." I guess that's basically an open and shut case. He's not returning. Khabib has previously, or I should say not previously, but has also stated that he wants to focus on 4 to 5 different projects right now, and he just doesn't want to hold up the division. Now, one of those projects, I'm guessing, is watching every single video that Competitive Origins MMA has ever made. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit subscribe and you start viewing. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified on a daily basis when these videos go live. And hit the like button on this video, please. Now, Khabib has talked about he is aware of a potential lightweight championship bout in or around May or June. Now, he doesn't know who the participants of this fight are going to be. One may speculate the UFC probably still wants to get him in that bout, but as it stands, he doesn't know who's going to be in it. Now, Dana White has talked about that they're going to have one more meeting, and it's going to take place in Vegas at the end of February. Now, I guess this is where Dana White's going to say, can you just fight one of these 155 contenders, from Michael Chandler to Dustin Poirier to Charles Oliveira to Conor McGregor? Just choose one of them and we'll give you whatever fight you want. That's my guess. And if he turns them all down, I'm guessing then they'll probably offer him the GSP fight. Now, I'm guessing they don't want to offer him the GSP fight because Dana might have some resentment towards GSP for vacating the 170 belt and then going up to 185 when he promised he would defend it, winning the 185 belt, and then vacating it right afterwards. So he probably doesn't see any benefit in letting GSP come back to get a victory, or I should say a possible victory, over Khabib Nurmagomedov. If Khabib ends his career with the UFC at 29-1, Khabib is still young, and there's always a chance that he could come back. And I don't think Dana wants him to come back with a 29-1 record, unless it's going to be handing off a title to somebody else that's going to continue to defend the title. We all know that GSP will not stay in the division if they even do fight at 155, but I've heard GSP say that he doesn't even want to fight at 155, so they're probably going to fight at a catchweight. I doubt it would be 170, but anything's possible. Now, Khabib has recently came out and stated that he feels that Dustin Poirier is the UFC lightweight champion. He goes, when you look at his resume, he's beat Jim Miller, he's beat Eddie Alvarez, faced off against Anthony Pettis, Max Holloway, me, as in referring to Khabib Nurmagomedov, and Conor McGregor. So that's a pretty impressive list when you think about it. And when you think about who's beaten him lately, you know, he's basically plowed through the 155 division with the most recent loss to Khabib Nurmagomedov. But if you really think about it, this guy's been pretty unstoppable in his last couple of fights. Well, not last, a lot of his last fights. Go into the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about Khabib Nurmagomedov. Do you think at this meeting he's going to change his mind and come back and fight one of these 155ers? Or do you think if he does come back, it might be against George St-Pierre? Or do you just plain old think that this guy is retired? Let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear what you guys think about it. Go to competitiveorigins.com. Type in promo code MMA79 so you can get 10% off this Competitive Origins Just an Obstacle t-shirt. Thank you for tuning in today, guys. I'm BPC, and remember, you've been competing since conception, whether you're competing against yourself or others. Competitive Origins.